My name is Amina, and I am the mother of an 8-year-old girl named Noor. She is my whole world,
My sunshine.
my reason to wake up every morning. If someone asked me what love feels like, I would say, love feels like Noor's small hand holding mine. But I never knew that one day, the people I trusted most, my own family, would betray that love in the worst way. I was raised in a big family. 3 brothers, 1 sister, and many cousins. Our house was always loud, full of people, full of chaos. When Noor was born, my family loved her too. Or at least, that's what I believed. They would take her to parks, bring her chocolate, play with her, and call her our little princess. I trusted them completely. I never imagined they could hurt her. But trust can be dangerous, especially when it's given to the wrong hands. Last month, something unexpected happened. I received a call from my office. My boss said there was a sudden training session in another city. I had to attend. It was important for my promotion. I didn't want to leave Noor, but the training was only 3 days.
My mother quickly said,
Don't worry, Amina. We will take care of Noor. She will be safe with us. My sister added, She'll have fun. We're going on a luxury family trip to the new Hillstar Resort. Noor can come with us. They sounded excited, responsible, loving. I believed them. I kissed Noor's forehead and said, Mom will be back soon, okay? You'll enjoy with Nana, Khalas, and cousins. Noor smiled her sweet smile. Okay, Mama. I'll be brave. I didn't know those would become the most painful words. On the morning of their trip, I helped pack Noor's bag. Her favorite pink dress, her teddy bear, her snacks, and a water bottle. My family came to pick her up. Everyone was laughing, wearing sunglasses, ready for vacation. My mother hugged me. Don't worry. Noor is with us. Enjoy your training. For the last time, I saw Noor waving from the car window. Mama.
Bye.
I love you. I waved back, smiling, unaware of the storm coming. The first day of my training went well, but something felt strange. Noor always called me before sleeping. That night, she didn't. I thought maybe the resort had weak signals. The next morning, I texted my sister. How is Noor? Send a picture. She replied hours later. She's fine. Busy playing. Don't stress. I felt relieved. But later, my cousin posted a picture of the family at a luxury buffet, wearing fancy clothes, plates full of food, and Noor wasn't in the picture. My heart squeezed. Where is Noor? I texted again. This time, no one replied. I called my mother. She didn't pick up. I called my brother. He rejected the call. A cold fear began to grow inside me. Why were they avoiding me? That night, at 1 a.m., I received a call from Noor's small number. But Noor didn't speak. All I heard was a shaky breath, a soft whimper, a child sobbing quietly. Then a whisper. Mama, I'm scared. My heart stopped. Noor? Baby? What happened? Where are you? But before she could speak, the call cut. I tried calling again. The phone was switched off. My hands began shaking. My vision blurred. Something was very, very wrong. And then the truth came crashing into me. My family didn't take Noor on a vacation. They hid something. They were lying. And my daughter, my little girl, was crying somewhere alone.
Starving.
Terrified. Waiting for me. And I had no idea where she was. But I made one promise in that moment. I will find you, Noor, whatever it takes. After Noor's broken, scared voice on the phone, I couldn't breathe. My hands were shaking so much that I dropped my own phone. My heart was beating too fast. My mind went blank except for one thought. Find her. I grabbed my bag, left the hotel room, and ran outside. It was almost 2 a.m., dark and quiet. But inside me, everything was loud, screaming, panicking, hurting. I tried calling my mother again. No answer. I tried my sister. She cut the call immediately. I tried my brother. He turned his phone off.
Why?
Why were they doing this to me? To my daughter? My breath broke. I whispered to myself, Noor, Mama is coming. I called the Hillstar Resort directly. The receptionist picked up. Hello, Hillstar Resort. How can I help you? I took a deep breath and asked, is my family staying there? Under the name Rahim family? She asked me to wait for a moment. I could hear typing in the background. Then she returned. Yes, ma'am. They checked in yesterday morning. My heart jumped. Can you tell me which room my daughter is in? She's 8 years old. The woman hesitated. Ma'am, I cannot share guest details. It's an emergency, I cried. My daughter is in danger. Her tone softened. One moment, please. After a minute, she returned with a quiet, almost worried voice. Ma'am, she said softly. They booked 2 luxury suites for adults, but 1 additional room was booked under the same family name. My breath stopped. What room? I whispered. Room 509, but ma'am, according to records, no one requested food or service for that room. My knees almost gave out. A room. No food. No water. No service.
Noor.
My daughter was in room 509. Alone. Locked away like she didn't matter. Like she wasn't a child. Like she wasn't human. Tears ran down my face. I forced my voice to stay steady. Is she still inside the room? The receptionist checked something. Ma'am, the door is locked from the outside. Something inside me broke.
Completely.
How far is the resort from City Hall Hotel? I whispered. About 40 minutes. I'm coming now. I ended the call. The taxi ride felt like forever. Every minute felt like a knife. Images of Noor filled my mind. Her small hands knocking on the door. Her soft voice calling for water. Her scared eyes in the dark. And all this time, my family was eating, laughing, enjoying a luxury trip, while my daughter starved alone. What kind of people were they? What kind of heart leaves a child like that? By the time I reached the resort, my fear had turned into something stronger.
Rage.
Not anger. Not frustration. Pure, protective rage. And I wasn't scared of anyone anymore. I ran inside the lobby. The receptionist recognized my shaking voice. Room 509 is on the 5th floor, she said quickly. I will call security. No, I said firmly. Don't call anyone. Just tell me where the elevator is. She looked surprised but pointed. I ran. My breath was fast. My eyes were burning. My legs felt weak. But my heart was strong. The elevator opened on the 5th floor. The hallway was silent.
Long. Cold.
I walked fast until I saw it. 509. My hands trembled as I touched the door handle.
Locked.
I pressed my ear against the door. At first, there was silence. Then, a tiny sob. My heart shattered.
Noor.
I whispered. There was a pause. Then a small, weak voice answered. Mama? Tears poured down my face. Yes, baby. Mama is here. I'm here. Her voice broke. Mom, I'm thirsty. I placed my forehead against the cold door. I know, baby. I'm opening the door. Just wait for me. I ran to the emergency phone on the wall and I called the front desk. Get someone to open 509 now. The receptionist said help was coming. I ended the call and ran back to the door. Noor, stay near the door. Don't be scared. Mama is here. Her tiny voice whispered. I knew you would come. And in that moment, I knew nothing in the world would stop me from saving my daughter. Not locked doors. Not lies. Not betrayal. Not even my own family. Because a mother's love is stronger than anything. The hallway felt colder as I waited. Every second hurt. Every heartbeat felt too loud. I kept my hand on the door, whispering to Noor. Mama is here. Baby, just stay with me. Inside, she sniffed softly. Mama, it's dark.
Those words stabbed my chest.
I know, love. The light will come soon. I promise. Finally, footsteps echoed behind me. A security guard and a hotel manager approached quickly. Room 509, the guard asked. Yes. Please open it. My daughter is locked inside. The manager looked worried. We didn't know a child was in there. We're very sorry. The guard began working on the lock. I could hear metal clicking, heavy breaths, keys turning. Please hurry, I whispered. From inside, Noor said. Mama, I'm scared. I know, sweetheart. Hold on. Just a little more. Then,
Click.
the lock opened. The door swung in. And there she was. My Noor. My small, brave girl. Sitting on the floor, hugging her knees, tears on her cheeks, her hair messy, her face pale. When she saw me, she didn't speak. She just ran into my arms and grabbed my clothes with shaking hands. I hugged her so tightly I could feel her heartbeat. My baby, I'm here, I whispered over and over, kissing her hair. She clung to me like she had been drowning. Mama, she cried into my chest. I didn't eat anything, no water, no light. Tears filled my eyes so fast I couldn't see. I'm so sorry. I'm here now. You're safe. The guard's face was shocked. There is no food here. No water. No blanket. Nothing, he said quietly. The manager added, This is child neglect. This is dangerous. I looked at Noor. Her lips were dry, her eyes red, her small body shaking. My anger rose like fire. Who checked her into this room? I demanded. The manager checked a paper. It says, Rahim family. They requested the room stay locked and undisturbed. My heart turned to stone. My own family did this. To a child. To my child. I carried Noor in my arms because she was too weak to walk. The staff brought water immediately. She drank so fast that I had to slow her down gently. Easy, baby, slow. You're okay. She nodded, tears still running. The manager guided us to the lobby and said, We can call the police, ma'am. This is very serious. I opened my mouth to say yes, but suddenly, I heard voices.
Loud.
Laughing. Familiar. My family. They were walking into the lobby, wearing designer clothes, sunglasses, carrying shopping bags from luxury stores. My mother was saying, The spa was amazing. My sister laughed loudly. And that seafood dinner, oh, I'm still full. Then they saw me, standing in the center of the lobby, holding Noor. Their smiles froze. My sister's face turned white. My mother blinked rapidly. My brother whispered, Oh no. I stepped forward slowly. Noor hid her face in my shoulder, terrified. My mother was the first to speak. Amina, you're here? Her voice trembled.
My voice was calm. Too calm. Where is the key?
To room 509. No one answered. The manager stepped forward. Your family locked this child alone without food or water. This is illegal. My sister's hands shook. She forced a smile. It's a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? I whispered. My voice was getting sharper, stronger. You left an 8-year-old child in a dark room for 2 days while all of you enjoyed luxury food, spa, shopping? My sister swallowed hard. We only locked her for a few hours. Liar. Everyone in the lobby went silent. I looked my mother straight in the eyes. She called me last night.
Crying.
Whispering.
Hungry.
Thirsty. Alone. My mother looked away. Shame on her face. Or maybe fear. I trusted you, I said. My voice cracked. My tears fell. But my anger stayed strong. You promised to take care of her. You promised she was safe. My brother finally spoke. We were angry with you, that's all. I stared at him. So, you punished my daughter? A child? An innocent child? He had no answer. I hugged Noor tighter. Then I said something that made their faces fall completely. You won't walk away from this. Because this time, I was not the scared daughter. I was a mother who would fight. For Noor. For justice. For truth. And nothing would stop me now. The lobby had turned silent. People were staring at my family like they were criminals. Maybe because they were. Noor held my shirt tightly, her little fingers shaking. I kissed her forehead. It's okay, baby. Mama is here. The hotel manager crossed his arms. We need an explanation. This is serious child neglect. My sister stepped forward quickly, trying to smile. Look, it's not what you think. Stop, I said quietly. She froze. My voice was low, but firm. You had 2 luxury suites, and you still chose to lock my 8-year-old in a separate room with no food, and no water, and no light?
She was panicking now.
We were just frustrated with you, she blurted. You always act like you're better than us. Always busy, always working. I stared at her, shocked. So, you punished Noor? A child. My sister looked down, unable to meet my eyes. My mother suddenly spoke. You needed to learn a lesson, Amina. My heart stopped. A lesson? I repeated slowly. My mother lifted her chin.
Yes.
You're always so strict. Always doing things alone. You never listen to us. You don't involve us in your life. You don't give time to the family. I blinked. So your lesson was to starve my daughter? My voice trembled. To lock her in a dark room? To make her cry alone? To make her afraid of the dark for the rest of her life? My mother looked uncomfortable, but didn't back down. We only meant to leave her for a few hours. But you left for 2 days. I shouted. Noor jumped from the sound. I immediately hugged her and lowered my voice. It's okay, baby. I'm sorry. Then I turned back to them. You could have killed her. The hotel manager looked furious now. Ma'am, he said to my mother, you must understand how dangerous this is. The child could have fainted. She could have been dehydrated. My brother stepped in, trying to save himself. We didn't think it would get so serious. I glared at him. You never thought at all. He swallowed hard. We only wanted to teach you not to be selfish.
Selfish.
That word hit me like a slap. I work to give Noor a good life, I said softly. I give her everything I never had. And you call that selfish? No one answered. My sister suddenly blurted out the real reason. You got the promotion we wanted Mom to push for me. My heart froze. So, this was the reason. A promotion.
A job.
Jealousy. My sister's eyes were wet with angry tears. You always get everything. Good job, good daughter, good life, and I get nothing. So, you took it from Noor? I whispered. She looked away. You wanted to hurt me, I said. But you hurt her. My sister opened her mouth to speak, but nothing came out. Because there was nothing to defend. Nothing could excuse what they had done. The hotel manager sighed. I'm sorry, ma'am, but we must report this. The situation is too serious. My family panicked. My mother stepped toward me, voice shaking. Amina, please. Don't involve the police. We're family. Family? I whispered. Family protects children. Family loves each other. Family does not starve an 8-year-old girl for revenge. She cried softly. Amina, please forgive us. I looked at Noor. She was trying to stay awake, her eyes half closing. Mama, my tummy hurts. My heart broke again. I turned to the manager. Call an ambulance. My mother gasped. Ambulance? She's fine. I snapped. She is not fine. Noor was dehydrated, weak, shaking in my arms. I looked at my family with a kind of pain I had never felt before. You wanted to teach me a lesson, I said. Now I will teach you one. They watched me, terrified. The manager placed a hand on my shoulder. The ambulance is on the way. I held Noor closer, feeling her warm cheek against my chest. And without looking at my family again, I whispered, this ends today. The ambulance arrived with loud sirens that echoed through the resort lobby. People turned to look. Some whispered. Some shook their heads angrily at my family. I didn't care about anyone. All I cared about was Noor. 2 paramedics rushed toward us. What happened to the child? One asked urgently. She was locked alone for 2 days, I said, my voice breaking. No food. No water. No light. They exchanged shocked looks. We need to get her to the hospital immediately. They placed Noor on a small stretcher. She held my hand tightly. Mama, don't leave me, she whispered. I'm not going anywhere, baby, I said softly. I'm right here. My family stood frozen, pale, silent. like statues of guilt. As they put Noor into the ambulance, my mother stepped forward. "Amina, please. Let us come." I looked her directly in the eyes.
No.
Her face fell. "You lost the right." Then I got into the ambulance and shut the door. The drive to the hospital felt long. I sat beside Noor, holding her tiny hand. Her breathing was weak. Her lips were dry. Her eyes kept closing. "Stay with me, Noor," I whispered. "We're almost there." She tried to smile. "I knew you would come. Mama always comes." Tears filled my eyes. "Yes, my love. Always." At the hospital, nurses and doctors moved quickly. They gave her water slowly through a drip, checked her temperature, checked her heartbeat, checked everything. I stood in the corner, praying with every breath. After some time, a doctor came to me. "She is stable now," he said gently, "but severely dehydrated. Her blood sugar is low. She is exhausted and frightened." I covered my mouth with my hand. "Will she be okay?"
I asked.
"With rest, food, and emotional support, yes." I let out a breath I had been holding for hours. "Thank God." The doctor looked at me again, serious now. He asked quietly, "Who did this to her?" My eyes filled with tears. I answered softly, "My family." His face hardened. "We must report it. It is mandatory." "I understand," I said. "And I agree." While Noor slept peacefully in the hospital bed, I sat beside her, brushing her hair gently. Her small fingers curled around mine even in sleep. I whispered, "No one will hurt you again. I promise." Suddenly, the door opened. A police officer stepped inside. "Ma'am, we need to talk to you." I nodded and stepped outside with him. He took out a small notebook. "Is it true your family locked the child alone for 2 days?" "Yes." "And left her without food or water?" "Yes." He wrote everything down. Then he asked, "Do you want to file an official complaint?" I looked through the glass window at Noor. Her fragile body, her small chest rising and falling, her little hand holding her teddy bear. Then I looked at the officer. "Yes," I said firmly. "I want to file everything." The officer nodded. "Your mother, brother, and sister are in the lobby. They are very nervous." I almost laughed. Nervous? They should be terrified. "Good," I said. "They should be." When I walked into the hospital lobby, I found my family huddled together. My sister's makeup was smudged. My mother's eyes were red. My brother kept pacing. The moment they saw me, they rushed toward me. My mother grabbed my hand. "Amina, please. Think about the family. Don't ruin us." I pulled my hand away calmly. "You ruined yourselves." My sister cried loudly. "I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Please don't send us to jail." I looked at her coldly. "You didn't think of Noor's tears. Why should I think of yours?" My brother tried to sound calm. "We can fix this privately." "No," I said firmly. "This time, there is no privately. No more hiding. No more excuses." The police officer approached. "Ma'am, do you confirm your complaint?" I looked my family in the eyes. The same people who once held Noor when she was a baby, who once called her their princess, and then abandoned her like she was nothing. "Yes," I said. "I confirm it." My mother collapsed into a chair, crying. My sister whispered, "You destroyed us." I looked at her with steady eyes. "No," I said softly. "You destroyed yourselves when you locked away an innocent child." The officer nodded. Then we moved forward. As they began asking my family questions, I walked back to Noor's room. Because I didn't care about their tears. I cared about hers. And this time, justice had finally begun. The next morning, sunlight filled the hospital room. Noor opened her eyes slowly, blinking at the light. "Mama," she whispered. I held her hand gently. "I'm here, sweetheart. How do you feel?" "Better," she said softly. Her voice was weak, but she was smiling. A small, brave smile. A nurse brought her warm soup. Noor ate slowly, carefully, like a child who had learned hunger the hard way. I watched every small bite with tears in my eyes. Good girl, I whispered. You're strong. So strong. She leaned her head on my arm and whispered, Will they lock me again? My heart squeezed. I kissed her forehead.
No, baby.
Never again. Mama will protect you. She nodded and closed her eyes for a moment, feeling safe. Around noon, the police returned to speak to me. Your family has been interviewed, the officer said. They admitted locking the child but claimed they didn't mean harm. I sighed. Intent doesn't erase what they did. He nodded. That's true. We are preparing the charges. What will happen to them? I asked quietly. The officer read from his notebook. Child endangerment, neglect, unlawful confinement, emotional harm. Each word felt like a heavy stone, but a necessary one. He added, We will not arrest them immediately, but they will have to face court. I nodded. Good. He looked at me with understanding in his eyes. You're doing the right thing, ma'am. For the first time in years. I believed those words. Later in the day, my family requested to see me. I refused. But Noor, she asked softly, Mama, can I see Grandma? My heart paused. I didn't want Noor to face them yet. She needed safety, peace, healing. But Noor had always been kind. Too kind. Do you want to talk to her? I asked gently. She nodded slowly. Just for a little. I want to know why she left me. Those words, they pierced me. But I held her hand. I'll stay with you the whole time. My mother entered the room with red eyes. She looked older, weaker, smaller. Noor spoke first. Grandma, why? My mother started crying. Noor, I'm so sorry. I made a terrible mistake. I was angry at your mother, not you. Noor's voice trembled. But you left me in the dark. My mother's shoulders shook. I know. I'm ashamed. I don't expect you to forgive me.
Noor looked down, sad.
I held her gently and said, You don't have to forgive anyone. You only need to heal. My mother understood the message. Her access to Noor would never be the same. After she left, Noor hugged me tightly. Don't let them take me away. My throat closed. No one will ever take you from me, I whispered. You're my whole world. She hugged me harder. I love you, Mama. I love you too, Noor. More than life. 2 days later, Noor was discharged. She was stronger now, eating better, sleeping peacefully. When we walked out of the hospital, the world looked different. Brighter, calmer, safer. I held her hand tightly. Where are we going, Mama? She asked. Home, I said with a smile. Our home. Just you and me. She nodded happily. I had already blocked my family everywhere. Calls, messages, everything. They had lost the right to walk in our life again. They had chosen envy over love, anger over protection, cruelty over family. And now Noor and I were free from them. That night, Noor slept on my chest, safe and peaceful. As I watched her breathe softly, I whispered a promise to the darkness. I will never let anyone hurt you again. You will grow with love, safety, and peace. I kissed her head gently. You are my daughter, my heart, my strength, my forever. She smiled in her sleep, and in that moment, I knew the world could break me, people could betray me, family could hurt me, but as long as Noor was with me, I would rise again, because a mother's love is stronger than fear, stronger than betrayal, stronger than everything. And Noor, my Noor, was finally safe.